What's up guys, John here from the Kilobits, and today we are, well, we're playing Dropsy. If you don't know what Dropsy is, it's a point and click adventure game that found some success on a Kickstarter a while ago. It was one of these that, you know, Kickstarter games that, oh god. Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. One of these Kickstarter games that actually was successful, and we're now seeing the results a couple of years later, and oh god, the fire, it burns. Yeah, so as you can probably guess from this little intro sequence, this isn't your average point and click adventure game. I mean, the mechanics of it are very, very traditional. It's very kind of LucasArts, you know, Monkey Island, Day of the Tentacle type thing, and especially with the kind of, you know, almost retro pixel art presentation. But it's a bit weird, a bit creepier than, well, all those type of point and click games. It's actually created by Tendershoot, aka Jay Tholen, I think the developer's name was. Also with the help of Jolly Corpse, and we've got Devolver Digital actually helped publish it, and oh god. Yeah, so as you can probably see, this isn't the light and fluffy point and click games we tend to used to. Oh god. Yeah, if you've got a fear of clowns, this probably isn't the game for you. But at its core, it is a traditional point and click, but with kind of an unusual way of dealing with the puzzles, or at least providing clues for the puzzles, but we'll get into that in a minute. And oh god, I'm going to be saying oh god a lot during this. I mean, admittedly, I have played about 3-4 hours of this already, so I am a reasonable way through it. But like any point and click game, there is a lot of banging your head against the wall trying to solve puzzles, which are really obvious in the end, but it's just that kind of trial and error. And we have this little companion here, our dog, which I don't actually know if there's actually a name for, but the one thing Dropsy loves to do is hug. He's a hugger. Yeah, he may look freaky, but he's a happy-go-lucky chappy, and look, everyone's smiling again now. So yeah, it's a point and click game, so whenever you see something you can pick up, you obviously want to pick it up. And what's on the TV at the moment? Fire. Oh god, we're the devil. Yes, the story behind it is this is obviously the circus has burnt down, and people thought that we were kind of a local hero, but after the circus burnt down, Jerry Springer's agreeing. Yeah, things have kind of gone to pot, and S Company here is trying to flog us everyone pills of some sort. Anyway, turn that off. So yeah, it's traditional point and click, and as I said, it went through Kickstarter. It actually had like 3 Kickstarter campaigns in the end. Back in 2011, I've done my due diligence and looked up all the stuff on Wikipedia, as you normally do. But Jay Tholen put in like a very small Kickstarter, oh god, to get some early development software and get the project off the ground. And then in 2013, put in for, you know, try and get the entire game developed. And I think the original budget then was like 25,000, but unfortunately at that time it didn't make it on the Kickstarter, so they rejigged the figures and came back a few months later. I think it was like in October of 2013, and actually put in a target of 14,000, which it blew through. In the end, it actually made close to its original target of like 25,000. I think it was like 24 and change. And yes, so here we are 2 years later, and we have this freaky looking clown which we control. And as I said, it's a point and click, so whenever you see something worth picking up, pick it up, because it's inevitably going to be used later on in the game, and that's a clue to what we need to kind of collect for later on in the game. And what was the book? As I say, I've already played this, so I kind of know what I'm doing, but it's still nice to go through. And for as freaky as it is, there is an awful lot of charm to this. Okay. Oh, big scary bird that likes cookies of some sort. But obviously Dropsy doesn't like the bird. But we did pick up something out of the fridge, didn't we? And our inventory is handily down our pants. So give the bird a box and he buggers off. Which makes Dropsy very happy. Anyway, let's leave. So here we are, one of the last remaining members of the circus. And this is the kind of, I wouldn't say gimmick, but the way the clues for the puzzles is handled. There isn't actually any text in the game. You get this kind of weird, kind of imaginary language, but all the conversations and clues are in these kind of visual icons, which does take some getting used to. But once you kind of clue into what each symbol means, you can kind of work out what you're supposed to do, what people's different moods are, and you get a general idea of how you're supposed to solve the puzzles. And as I say, for as freaky and disturbing as this is, it is really, really charming. I mean, Devolver are known for kind of backing the slightly weirder projects, and obviously once it's found success in Kickstarter, Devolver did get involved and have helped bring this project to life, well, not to life, but to the market anyway. And our little pup here has one particular skill, which is digging up stuff. So, as I said, I've played a bit of this. I've still no idea what the tomato is for, but it's a point and click. So you just collect everything, and there seems to be no end of space in our big clown pants. So, and obviously our doggy wanted to give a gift for their birthday present, so we have a sock. But as I say, Dropsy here may look like an axe. Well, words elude me how you would describe Dropsy, but he has one redeeming feature. He has a big heart and he loves to hug. Oh. It's just this goofy oh. So, we'll go down this path. Oh, and it's the big fat bird again. The bird protects its young, which is handy to know for later on. But I mean, we can wander around. There's a fish in here that's depressed, heartbroken even. And I'm still yet to work out what I'm supposed to do with the fish. But anyway, let's carry on. I mean, we did see a kind of brief hint of what the map is like, but it is actually quite big. But at the moment it is covered all by this fog of war. And as you go along, it does start taking a while to move from place to place, because obviously you pick up something, then you have to go halfway across the map to actually find out where to use it. Let's hug a tree. Yeah, all Dropsy wants to do is just bring joy to the world with hugs. Big slobbery hugs. But some people don't appreciate that, like this kid. But yeah, to bring joy to some people, you have to help them with their problems. And this girl is obviously a little upset about her flower. So obviously we're going to have to help her out. And to do that, we have to go into town. And of course, as I say, we've got our little companion here. And what do dogs love to do? Yep. Makes him happy. Anyway, once again, we've got kind of these depressed clouds of rain, so we know these people are unhappy. And we can also work out that she doesn't think much of Dropsy or clowns in general. This person's hot. She doesn't like clowns either. Okay. But she is looking for a white knight with flowers. So maybe that's a clue. Anyway, let's keep going. We can't get in there just yet. One thing I do like about this, it has got like a day-night cycle. And some puzzles can only be kind of completed at certain times of the day. So we have a flower there. Now, just for kind of expediency, you'd think, oh well, maybe the little girl wants a replacement flower. Oh, well, I'll show you. She doesn't. If we go up to her with the flower. So it is typical point and click. Yeah, she doesn't want that flower. So it is using everything you find on other things and other people, and until you can kind of work out what the solution is. But we did know she was after a white knight with flowers, so maybe this will work. Ah, she's happy. And as I say, that's all Dropsy wants. He just wants to make people happy. He is the hero this town deserves. He may be more Joker than Batman, but he is the hero we all deserve. Anyway, I'm going to talk to Chicken Man. He doesn't like work, and he also doesn't like clowns or Dropsy in general. But we'll just keep going, because we have our story mission, which is to go to the graveyard. We have to make our delivery of our present. And we can see from previous years, obviously Dropsy has done the same present every year, and here's this year's one. But of course our little doggy had a present as well. And there we go. That is kind of the first story mission completed. And now we're being told we have to go back to the circus. Because there's a party! And who wants to miss a party? Anyway, let's get going. I did notice something over here. That looks an awful lot like a flower. Oh no! But we can pick this up now. And that's our side mission we can kind of go and complete. And as I say, for as weird and freaky as this is, it is really, really charming. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't advise it if you've got a thing against clowns, because this will just terrify you. This guy, yeah, he's just after a handout. No, sorry mate, I haven't got any change. But I do like the bouncer. He just mutters something inconceivable. Let's try and get in the club. No entry. Okay then. How about a hug? Oh, the fist bump. Oh, I love the fist bump. And this means we can get in the club. And it's happening place, as you can see. And we can shake our booty. And what an ass that is to shake. Alright, and one other thing you can pick up on your way are these. Dotted all around are these cassette tapes. And they do have a practical use. I mean, I have used one to kind of solve a puzzle. But I think they're mostly there to kind of give you kind of well, you listen to the individual tracks on the soundtrack. And obviously we've got this plant. We can't deal with it, but our doggy can. So send in Fido. And now get out of the way so I can actually plant this. Do. We want that one. And there we go. That is our little kind of side mission solved. And I probably won't go much further, but I will say some of the puzzles are a little, I wouldn't say obtuse, but they do take some slight lateral thinking. I mean, some I've solved no problem, others I've kind of wandered around for ages. Oh no, it's that damn bird again. Yeah, some I've wandered around for ages trying to work out what the hell's going on. Oh no, I think we're going to have to get that tyre back somehow. But first, it's night time, and as I say, we've got a nice day-night cycle going on, so I think we need to go back to bed. But hopefully we'll have sweet dreams this time. As I say, one thing I still don't... I do like point-and-click games, but these old-school ones, it's the whole having to negotiate from room to room to room. It does take ages to go back and forth. And if you notice on the wall here, we have got a few new faces. These pictures seem to be regrowing. Oh, it's our squirrel friend. And there's the tree we hugged. And there's the bouncer with the fist bump. So as you kind of make more friends along the way, you get this kind of gallery in your bedroom. But I think we need to go back to bed now. Oh, and everything's lovely and happy. We've got smiles on the TV. This is much nicer. Ah, everyone's singing and everyone's happy. But we still have this terrifying face in the ground. Yeah, so it is kind of traditional point and click, and I think even the developers said its influences are old school point and clicks like Grim Fandango and Myst and things like that. But they also said there's influences in there from stuff like Twin Peaks and 70s prog rock, and there's also a hell of a lot of surrealism, as you might have guessed. But if you haven't got a problem with clowns, and you've not got a problem with kind of these kind of endless going back and forth, I think you will dig this. I mean, I think it's relatively cheap at the moment because obviously it's still less than a week old, so it's still on that kind of discount on Steam. Let's go this way. I can show you a bit more of the map. Oh, who's that guy? Where's he going? Yeah, so as you can see, the map opens up more, and it does take ages to click from screen to screen to screen, but eventually you do open up a form of fast travel. I'm not going to spoil what that is, but you do eventually get a form of fast travel. Oh, let's follow this guy. And as you can see here, we have our pup companion, but we also get a couple of other companions, and they're all used to kind of help solve the puzzles and get to different places. Let's talk to him. So it's that S factory with the pills and the cookies and everything's happy, good. As I say, you have to try and interpret what the symbols mean, and he's not happy about something. So it is a lot of interpretation, but once you kind of grasp that, you can kind of work your head around how to solve the puzzles. This guy doesn't like us. He thinks we smell. And we can't give him a hug through there. No. Okay. So I probably will wrap it up there. As I say, I have ploughed a good few hours into this, and initially, I mean, I do like slightly weirder games, but even I had, a bit of trouble getting started in this. Not just getting my head around, the interpreting the kind of the symbols and the clues and things like that. But I mean, there's retro and then there's very, very, well, surreal. And this it leans more towards the surreal. This guy just talked gibberish. Maybe he needs a hug. Oh. Can't get through the gate. Nope. Not going anywhere. So yeah, I had trouble initially, but eventually you get a grasp on it, and it can be kind of fun. But it is one of those that is very much for people that are fans of kind of... Oh, sorry, I had to let that one go. Fans of old school point and clicks and weird shit, because this definitely is weird. We have... No, we're not going in there. But somebody seems to have left their post. So it is... And I mean, I do like how they actually present the story as well. So you've seen the kind of the dream sequence type things, which tell us a little bit about Dropsy's background and how he got where he is, and the fact that he can kind of talk to the animals and there's no real language or anything like that. It is kind of all really sweet, and the way they kind of reveal clues to what is going on. For as simple as it is, it's got some nice depth to it. As I say, it's got a lot of charm, but it will take kind of some getting over the kind of initial thing of what the hell is going on. And I mean, as for kind of the actual mechanic, the kind of settings and things like that, it is very basic. You can turn off effects, music. You can make his feet squeak like this. Obviously that is off by default because that would get quite annoying after a while. It's fun for about 3 seconds, but yeah, we will turn that off, and obviously you can scale the screen. But yeah, this is Dropsy. As I say, I would advise checking it out, but it is fairly niche. This guy is after a microphone, this guy is after records. So, as I say, you get to understand what the clues are. But yeah, as I say, I will recommend it, but it's a cautionary recommend. It's only for people that kind of like this type of game. And obviously, if you're watching this video, you must kind of dig this kind of game. That is, unless you like us in general. I mean, if you want to see more videos like this, obviously you can subscribe to the channel, and if you do like the video, like the video. And of course you always have to check payphones to see if you can get any change out of them. Anyway, yeah, as I said, I'm going to leave it there, and I will probably actually try and complete this. I mean, as I say, I'm about 3-4 hours in, and I reckon I'm maybe halfway through. I don't know. I've opened up most of the map, and as I say, I've got the fast travel now, so I reckon I'm getting there. And I've uncovered some weird shit going on with the evil corporation, or are they evil? I don't quite know yet. Anyway, yeah, if you want to get in touch with us, obviously you can do in the comments below, or you can get in touch with us on Facebook at facebook.com/thekillerbits, or on Twitter at thekillerbits. And if you want to kind of support us in making more videos like this, more first impressions, more let's plays, stuff like the vlogs and the co-ops and all that, obviously we appreciate all kind of the feedback you give us, and if you share the video, that is immensely helpful. But if you want to go that extra mile, you can do by chucking us $1 on Patreon at patreon.com/thekillerbits. Anyway, I've gone on a lot long enough. I don't want to spoil too many surprises this has, but I will maybe give this guy a... Oh, no, oh, he's gone back to sleep. That's, as I say, the timing is unusual. Alright, I will leave you to it. Catch you later, guys.